G'day mates and welcome to the Halo MCC PC Mod Showcase, the show where 9 times out of 10, the mods that we look at on the Nexus will break your computer, and you might need to grab a hammer and smash your computer up to fix it. I'm joking of course, don't actually hit your computer with a hammer. Moving on to our first mod, a mod that brings in some interesting options for you to mess around with in Forge, as well as a new canvas for all Forge users to explore and utilize to the best of abilities. This is the Starport mod. This mod switches out your current Forge with this one, in which the city of Alexandria is now at the mercy of whatever you place within this map. Whether it's new structures, vehicles, weapons, or AI. Now the vehicles at your disposal has obviously been increased to contain vehicles such as the Longsword, Frigate, Scarab, and more.
There is another.
Well, two actually. One being the UNSC anti-air turret, which gave me some serious nostalgia from playing Star Wars Battlefront 2 and hopping into either the Hoth turrets or the Geonosian cannons. The next vehicle is this big boy, the Covenant Corvette. In all honesty, this is so cool that we can fly this vehicle, but at the same time, it is kind of ridiculous given the fact that one Spartan is driving this ship this big. Though in saying that, 3 people managed to land half a Separatist cruiser in Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. I don't know why I keep comparing this mod to Star Wars Battlefront 2. I think it may be the fact that that's the only other game that I know that had proper ship-to-ship combat, as well as vehicle-to-ground combat. I was surprised at where you could build on this map. The beach, the spaceport, and the bridge over here. This could be used for some very interesting Forge creations, from big team battles in the sky, to a free-for-all arena in the spaceport, to an escape zombie map where you have to travel to the spaceport in order to escape on a transport ship. So if you want to build something new from the ashes of New Alexandria, then check out this mod. Our next mod reveals some cut content from the depths of Bungie's cutting room floor, which somehow made its way into Halo 2 Anniversary. Don't worry, it's not flood related, thank goodness for that. This is H2A Lost Warthog Run. So apparently this was meant to be similar to the Warthog Run in Halo CE. This was meant to take place on High Charity, but due to deadlines and the fact that Halo 2 had to be released and put on discs, this part of the game was cut. However, with the power of mods, we were able to bring it back. Well, bring back what was made at least. The run itself is actually incomplete, and unfortunately this map needs to be ended manually by you leaving the game. This map can work with anniversary graphics, but you will be better off using the original graphics instead. I will say that it is interesting seeing behind the scenes of what could have been in the game at least, but until we get proper mod support or create a tool where we can add on to campaign maps and make this run complete once again, or potentially reintroduce this into the main mission, this will remain an empty shell that Bungie had to leave behind. When I saw this mod have released on the Nexus, I knew I had to add it to the list of mods to play. I had to check it out because this mod is made by a mod author who surprised me with their previous mod. This is the Overhaul of Nightfall mod. This mod changes things up a bit, and take a wild guess what made its way into this mod. If you picked DMR Battle Rifle, you were correct. Don't ask how long this has been running as a gag for on this show, just don't ask. Moving on, we have some fancy new glowing Bob elites, which something tells me stealth was thrown out the window and these elites are just flexing off their new armor. Which doesn't make sense since there are no female elites around, so are they trying to assert dominance over the grunts and jackals? I have no clue. But the flexing does not stop there. We also have these jackals flexing their new green umbrella of a shield. Reason why I call it an umbrella is due to the strange pattern on the shield itself. But moving on from all the weird flexes, we have a new weapon called the Krembler, which is like a high-powered green needler, has smaller ammo storage and a small rate of fire, but the still explosive chain reaction that the needler has. In all honesty, it's a very strange gun, and I was puzzled when I first encountered it. There are similarities between this mod and the Overhaul of Exodus, and this is the needler with its faster rate of fire, projectile speed. I will say that this does breathe fresh air into the mission, and the cool thing is some of these custom weapons aren't guaranteed to spawn in on the enemy every single time. It's completely random whether you get the weapon or not. So if you want to overhaul your experience in Nightfall, then go check out this mod. It has been a very long time since I last did a Reshade mod, and combine that with the fact that I can now do it with Theater mode makes it even more easier and interesting. This is Halo 2 Anniversary RTX Reshade. This mod enhances the graphics using the Reshade program for people with RTX cards to enjoy this feature to the max. Even though I only had a GTX 1050 Ti, this Reshade still enhanced the quality for my game. This modded preset enables features like vibrance, giving the image a fine balance of saturation, MXAO giving a proper sense of depth and correct shadows, reflective bump mapping which allows appropriate reflections to each surface and the objects nearby, ambient lighting to correct the lighting and shadows within the game. While this reshade doesn't make dramatic changes, this makes everything look better, especially with the Halo 2 Anniversary graphics. If you don't have an RTX graphics card, don't worry, it still runs just fine. But if you do have an RTX graphics card and you do want to make your Halo 2 look even more epic, then check out this mod. Our next mod is one that I have taken a look at before, but I wanted to revisit it due to its updated version that makes it so much better both Forge wise and map wise, and I also wanted to do a better job at reviewing this mod. This is the Late Night of Solace Corvette multiplayer conversion mod. This mod makes the Corvette into a functional map for multiplayer and Forge. Beforehand, you could only access the hangar and center deck, but now you can explore the entire ship, including the room with the plasma cannons and the command deck itself. Not only that, but Forge has also been upgraded to contain even more Covenant structures and parts which Forgers can go nuts and mess around with. This mod also adds in AI spaceships in which Sabers, Seraphs, and occasionally Shades will engage in combat with one another, and both sides will attack the player regardless of team and preferred species. Another cool thing that this mod introduces is the Pillar of Autumn fighting against his ship, along with two flanking frigates giving the Pillar of Autumn some support fire, which in all honesty brings in so much life and depth to this map. Seeing this map as a blank canvas, it could be used for some impressive invasion maps where Spartans try to take over the Corvette, maybe do the reverse where players have to escape from zombies and get off the Corvette. This map mod is probably one of the most polished and in-depth within the theme of Reach, and I highly recommend this mod, especially if you make Forge maps. Okay, before I end the video, I will be streaming later today on Twitch, so come on by and we can have a bit of a conversation about the mods or anything else. So with that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the video, and I will see each and every single one of you mates later.